everyone, I got another camping radio sent in to me to review today, and this one is by TIVDIO HR-11S. It's this little green thing, and here's the box for it, and it's got all different kind of crazy little buzzwords and everything on here. It's got a hand crank charger, phone charger, broadcast receiver, Bluetooth, sleep timer, 5 to 90 minutes. It has a calendar built into it. It has solar power charging. It has a flashlight. It has automatic search. Voice recorder. 24-hour alarm clock. It says it has left and right stereo. Emergency alert. DSP chip. 1,500 station presets. Like, holy crap, where are you ever going to find 1,500 stations? Plays MP3s and window WMAs, window media audio files. Lyrics display, LRC format. I've never heard of that one before. And hands-free phone calls as well through the Bluetooth. And that's all the little crazy icons that are sitting right here. But if we read on the back here, it says FM 64/87 to 108 megahertz. MW, which is AM in America. It's also called medium wave instead of amplitude modulation or something like that. But that is 520 kilohertz to 1710 kilohertz. And then shortwave radio. This actually has a shortwave receiver in it. And that works from 3 megahertz to 23 megahertz. Let's see here. ATS and direct tuning and manual tuning and auto tuning. I'm reading this verbatim, by the way. Bluetooth connections and hands-free phone call, MP3 player and lyrics display, shuffle playing and A/B repeat selection, everything else I pretty much read out through here. So, okay, let's move on to the unit and actually compare it a little bit to my de facto standard, the Eton FRX-3. Okay, so here's the unit itself. Also comes with a little operation manual in pretty good English. Yeah, actually really good English. It comes with a little lanyard and a micro USB to USB adapter. And here we actually see the size difference between an Eton and the TIVDIO HR-11S. Even if we turn it sideways, it's about the same thickness. So they've really made it a lot more compact. So let's get the Eton out of the way for the moment, and we'll focus more on this unit itself. So here's the front of the unit itself. You have a single speaker right here. On the top of it, you do have a little solar panel for slow charging. You have a button on this front here for the light on the side. You have regular off, you have on, you have SOS, which is a little red blinking light, and then alert is a very, very loud tone. Probably like 120 decibels coming out of the speaker. I am not going to turn it on because it hurts my ears. I'm sure it's going to hurt your ears if you are wearing headphones watching this video. So let's not do that, but it does have an emergency alert sound that can get anyone's attention really quickly. So yeah, that takes care of this side. Now the opposite side here, we can see you have a headphone jack, you have USB for charging this unit itself, micro SD card, so this way you can record your own audio from like a messages or something like that, or for playback on MP3. And you also have an output, 5 volt, I believe it's a half an amp, it's only a half an amp, 500 milliamps, and you can turn that on or off. I assume taking it off probably takes a little less of a strain off the battery. It turns off the DC-DC converter that this works with, so you can slow charge cell phones also if you want. Now on the back, if we refocus again, we can see you have your regular telescoping antenna. You have the crank itself, model name, model number, FM, medium wave, AM, shortwave, digital radio, Bluetooth, MP3, recorder. Gives you your frequencies again. DC 5 volts at 500 milliamps, battery 3.7 volt lithium ion, made in China. Big surprise there. And the final part is, on the bottom of it, this is your little battery. Lithium ion battery, model BL5C Nominal voltage 3.7 volts, 850 milliamp hours. Charge limit 4.2. That's normal for lithium ion. And standard, I guess that's another model number for it. Let's see if we can find this battery online somewhere else. Okay, so just a quick search online from Google, BL-5C, and it finds these batteries all over on AliExpress, but they are available in case this battery ever actually does go bad. Now, as for charging on this unit, again, you can charge it either through micro USB on the side here. You can slow charge it through the solar panel that's on the top here. Or you can also crank it. And you can see cranking it or doing it by regular solar lights up this little green LED right here. Now, as for USB charging, let me check real quick. You plug it in. Okay, the green LED does not light for that. Oh, there we go. The screen actually shows up and says it's charging through USB. So that's perfect. So the green LED is just used for solar or for cranking. Here's a quick comparison between the LEDs, the flashlights that are on the Eton FRX-3 and this unit. Now, the Eton itself does have two separate white LEDs and one red, whereas this only has a single white LED and has a one red blinking LED. But I do have to say, even though this one has a single LED, it does seem to be a bit brighter than the overall brightness from the Eton. So this is a nice little plus. Okay, so let's actually turn this unit on. So you hold down this power button for about 2 or 3 seconds. You can see the screen is backlit, and the backlight will turn off after about 10 seconds. And bingo, we are in. Now, here it is actually playing. I recorded it doing some FM radio.
Yes, Pharmacy, where you'll find everything you need to score and save big.
And here it is playing some AM radio.
Company saying, listen guys, can you help out a bit? And they said, sure.
And finally, here it is. I found a shortwave radio station. I did have to go outside for it to get it to pick up the radio station itself, but you can hear it. I believe this station is probably about 500 miles away from me. I'm in Delaware, and I believe this station was in Tennessee, but I could be wrong. Now, if we want to switch modes, we go into Bluetooth mode here. Let's try pairing it with my cell phone. Okay, that's what it is. So as long as you're in Bluetooth, this thing is always discoverable. So let's go into my Bluetooth settings here. There it is. So we connect to this. It's pairing. Okay, connected for call and media audio. So let's see how good this actually works. Let's turn up the volume a little bit. That should be good. Let's go to YouTube. Okay, let's just play this real quick. Do I have the volume all the way up? No, I don't. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Nice. Can we skip the ad, please? There we go. Hey, thanks again, Master Milo. Watch this guy. He's really good. He's funny. But, yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Cool. So I'm not going to try every single feature on this, because otherwise this video would be like 40 minutes long. But suffice it to say, it works really well. Okay. The solar panel just actually, it has a little bit of sticky on here, but I was able to just put my finger underneath here and grab it. Let's go ahead and open up the unit now. It is in 2 pieces. And let's see if we can gingerly flip this on over here. Okay, this is the battery connector that's getting in the way. Okay, good. There we go. Hey, there goes one of the screws. There goes another screw. Yeah, they got nice long screws on this. Now, okay, so we got our crank, regular DC motor, and looks like it's doing 3-wire. And underneath here, if we can see, there's a whole line of diodes right here for rectifying your output power from here. So they're nice diodes. They're at least 1 amp right there. Let's unplug this. There we go. And that is your antenna connection right there. These 2 wires. Here is your 3.5mm jack, your micro SD card, And apparently there's a fair amount of shielding in here. Here is your AM and possibly your shortwave antenna. Your 3 wires going for your white LED and your red LED off to the side here. Let's see how much more I can dig in here. Now, that is actually a speaker, but the chamber's over here. So, I'm not exactly sure what they got going on here. Let's explore just a little bit more. There we go. It's like some sort of passive speaker, because the main speaker is right here. Here's the actual speaker. This one right here does have a chamber that goes through, so it's like some sort of passive speaker. That's interesting. I guess it does help with the bass a little bit. I'm not sure, but I can't say I've ever seen that before. So let's gingerly put this on over off to the side here. Here's our Bluetooth reception, because you can tell by the little antenna. That must be a real-time clock sticking off the side here, because it's like a little surface blob right here. Let me see if I can tip this up a little bit. Yeah, that's got to be a real-time clock sitting right there. No clue what the heck that is. And I think our main processor is underneath the shielding, so I'm not even going to be able to get to it. And unfortunately, I think that's about as far as we can go on this without doing a destructive build. And I'd rather not destructive. But it is a 4 ohm, 3 watt speaker. So I think that's going to finish up the teardown. At least I can tell that all the solder areas are very well done. I'm not really seeing any problems with solder. That's my review of this. I like it. It's not bad. It is slightly an upgrade from the Eton FRX-3, such as when this shipped, it came with a 600 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride battery, whereas this comes with an 850 milliamp hour lithium ion. So it has better capacity and probably also better longevity for that battery instead of nickel metal hydrides. This one also has shortwave. This one does not. But the one thing I do believe that this unit is missing and will be very good for campers is the weather stations 1 through 7, the NOAA weather radio stations. This cannot pick them up. It cannot go up that high in the megahertz range. I think it's like 160 something. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head, but this does not go up high enough. I remember trying already, and it cannot physically get that high to get the weather radio, the NOAA weather radio. That I find very valuable while camping, so it's sad that this does not incorporate that. I do like having the shortwave, though. I've always wanted to play with it, and at least it does work. I don't know if it works really good or not, because I don't have a lot of experience, but it does work, so it gives me a chance to play with it. The LED is slightly brighter than the Eton FRX-3. It is nice to actually have a true LCD screen so you can see what you're doing instead of just the regular alphanumeric display that like this has. So it's nice. It's a little technological upgrade. It's nothing major. Now, as for the micro SD card, I don't see a need for that. No one's really going to use it. I do like the fact that it's Bluetooth and you can use it as an external speaker. You can even use it as an external speaker / microphone for your cell phone when you're talking onto it if you really want to. Like you're at a day at the beach and you want everyone to hear your conversation. Well, you could do that very easily through this. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. If you like this, thumbs up. If you don't like my review, it's okay. Give me a thumbs down. I'd rather be fair. And I'll see you next video.